guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, the Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be starting a 'Tis the Season-a-thon reading vlog. I just wrapped up Jingle Bell-a-thon, which was my holiday and Christmassy themed readathon that ran last week. The vlog for that should be up already, so I'll link it up in the cards and down below in the description. And the second week, I am doing 'Tis the Season-a-thon, which is hosted by Heather over at Bookables. Basically, I'm just going to continue on with Christmassy themed events and reading and books. Starting another week off, I think I'm going to continue to do reading vlogs for the rest of the month as well because things are going really good and I'm reading a lot. So I highly recommend you go and watch the Jingle Bell-a-thon vlog because it was really fun, and I started doing advent calendars and things that we're going to continue for this video. So I had 2 hours left of How Mrs. Claus Saved Christmas, and I'm almost done with this now. I think I have 20 minutes left. I listened to this today. This is part of a trilogy of Christmas books that are told from like Santa and Mrs. Claus's point of view, and they have a lot to do with like historical fiction and historical elements, different ways that Christmas came about and is celebrated in different parts of the world. And this book is particularly about when Christmas was actually banned in the 1600s in London. And I didn't know that, and neither did my family. So that was interesting. At first I thought it was just part of the story, but I looked things up and it was actually banned for like 14 years in London by Puritans who thought that it was a sinful holiday and it promoted bad things and that people used it as an excuse to be sinful and get drunk. And so it was banned for a while. So they kind of incorporate magical elements like with Mrs. Claus and gift giving and all that kind of stuff with the historical events. So some of it's true, some of it's not. I am actually really liking this. It's really interesting. It has a ton to do with religion though, specifically Christianity, but all different kinds of Christianity. So that won't be for everybody. It's very historical fiction-esque and very long. And it's getting really dark actually because they're talking about Christmas being banned and like protesting it, and like dark things are happening. So it's very, very hard to describe, and I don't really know how to recommend this one, but I am enjoying it. I'm liking the characters and I'm liking the writing style for the most part. I didn't love the first book. It was a little bit too much like a history book rather than like a story, but I really liked the second one. It was probably my favorite, and I am enjoying this one. So maybe put it on your radar. I'm doing it on audio. The narrator's really good. And then I also started the Christmas Murder Game, which is a new 2022 release. I am buddy reading this with a couple friends, and basically this is set at a house called In-Game House Modern, which I wasn't sure, but it's set in England somewhere, so it's got kind of like a Victorian vibe about it, even though it's modern. And our main character kind of grew up in this house and she hasn't been associated with it for a while, but every year they host like this Christmas game that involves this like garden maze. And this year she was invited like usual, but her aunt has died and sent her like a letter post-death inviting her to the game and saying that something will be revealed about her mother's death, who she thought was a suicide, supposedly is not. And so she needs to go and participate in the game, and whoever wins the game gets the deeds to the house. It's got a whole thing going on. I'm really liking the concept, but I am about a third of the way through and it's very slow so far. The game hasn't really like totally taken foot, and it starts with like the 12 days of Christmas. So it starts on Christmas and then the 12 days, and then the aunt has left instructions with like one of the workers to do different things during the days. They all have to stay at the house, and she's seeing people she hasn't seen in a long time. So it's got a lot going on. It's really interesting. I just hope it picks up pace a little bit more. I was expecting it to be a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit faster. So that's what's happening reading wise. So today, as you can tell, it's nighttime because I had a long work day today, and tonight we are going to dinner because it's my husband Jeff's birthday. So we're going to a late dinner at an Italian restaurant that's got like a whole like Christmas thing going on outside of it as well. So that's why I'm like extra fancy. I like never curl my hair because it takes so long. The last thing I wanted to do tonight before I take you and show you some of the stuff we're doing is I want to continue doing my advent calendars. So I talked about this in the last video. I have 3 advent calendars right now. I really like advent calendars that aren't involving food because we already eat so much extra food this time of year. We get presents and I make things. So I have 2 candle advent calendars. You can learn the whole story of that in the last reading vlog and also in my upcoming Christmas haul. And then I have a beauty advent calendar. So I've been opening them every day and it's been really fun. So this is the Trader Joe's candle advent calendar. This is new for this year. So pretty. I've been putting them back in here after I've opened them because they're not like Christmassy in smells, which is fine because I can use them next year. So today is number 5 and that is a gardenia. Ooh, and that smells pretty good. It's pretty strong. That's like a lot stronger than the other ones. Trader Joe's are like my favorite candles ever. So I really love this calendar. And then I have this giant, beautiful candle advent calendar, which I actually might like set up in this corner and move Santa because I need somewhere to put it that it's like displayed. We'll do that when I'm done filming. But this is from Aldi and it's so amazing. Number 5, I really need somewhere to set this because it's so freaking heavy. Okay, number 5 is, ooh, spiced orange. Ooh, that one smells really good. See how nice and decent these candles are? I'm gonna save this advent calendar and like fill it up next year for Jeff or something. So pretty. Okay, then I have the Trader Joe's Beauty Advent Calendar, which I keep raving about, but I love their lotions and hair products and all kinds of things. I used to be a hairstylist, so I'm a little bit picky with that stuff, and I like that it's a little bit cleaner than some of the other brands and really good quality. So number 5, I have a hard time finding it on this one because of the cursive. Ooh, I've gotten a lot of lotion so far. A hair detangler. Awesome. That's really exciting. So the only thing I don't like about these, this is my second year with it, is that they don't sell larger versions of this. So if you really love it, then sad for you. It's kind of a missed opportunity. I feel like this is a great way to sample some things. But okay, so I'm actually gonna go and finish getting ready for tonight. This is not what I'm wearing. I just didn't want to put my dress on yet. I just wanted to update you guys with everything that's going on. I'll bring you with us so you can see everything, and then I will check in again tomorrow. And happy 'Tis the Seasathon day 2. It is 12 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. We had the best time at dinner last night. I picked this place because it was kind of closer to in between my parents and I, and we normally go to dinner for people's birthdays on the weekends, but Jeff and I did a holiday activity last weekend, so we didn't do it then. And we also like the bar restaurant that's connected to this restaurant, and so it was kind of a random pick, but it was so magical. It was all Italian. It was on this lake. They had specialty menus. I love when they have like a true chef that curates different menu items for different times of the month. They had holiday themed things. We had the best pizza. Jeff's pasta was actually homemade. The prices really weren't that bad at all. He got his old-fashioned in that like treasure chest thing, and it had like the smoke coming out of it, which was so cool and so special. Sometimes Jeff's birthday celebrations have not gone as well. Like, we've gone to some bad restaurants, we've tried to go to museums that were closed, and he had a little bit of bad luck for a little bit. So I was so glad we had so much fun last night. And then I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but his boss actually called me at like 7 o'clock yesterday, and he had driven to LA to the King's Hawaiian restaurant to get Jeff this special paradise cake that I showed in the video last night that we had at his boss's daughter's birthday party, and Jeff would not stop raving about it. But the restaurant's like over 2 hours from where I live, so I wasn't able to go and get it, but he got up early and went and got it for him and gave it to him, and it was just, it was really sweet. Because Jeff's birthday is during the holidays and all the busyness, I feel like sometimes it's not as special as the rest of ours. I was glad he had a really good one. While I was getting ready and everything, I finished How Mrs. Claus Saved Christmas. I actually wound up really liking this. I think I'm only going to give it 3.5 stars just because it was a little bit long and a little bit more historical and less adventurous than I was expecting. So this entire series is basically telling like the history of Santa Claus with true historical elements of how Christmas came to be, St. Nicholas and all of that, with like magical elements of Santa Claus, the person and his wife, different friends, and how they came to deliver toys. So it is like historical fiction. The first one, very, very historical. It was my least favorite. The second one was really just like an adventurous tale. It had less history in it, and it was just really, really fun, and it talked about like how mall Santas came to be, and I really, really liked it. I think it was set in the 50s. And then this one was set more like in the 1600s, talking about how Mrs. Claus saved Christmas. I guess in the 1600s, Christmas was banned for like 14 years, and so they incorporated her into that and like talked about how everything went down and how the king was kind of overthrown and the Puritans, and like it was so interesting, and I didn't know any of that. So not everything is accurate because they had the parts with Mrs. Claus and her friends and things like that. I think a lot of the figures and everything were, it was so interesting, but this one is definitely like darker. Like it got really dark towards the end because of the sadness of people getting in trouble for celebrating Christmas and stuff. But I did really like it because they just talked about how there was good and bad with everything, especially back then. Like people used Christmas as a time to like celebrate and be joyful and forget their woes, even if it was just for one day of the year, and also to be like religious and everything as well. So there is a lot with like religion and historical facts. Again, not going to be for everyone, but I am glad that I read it. I'm glad I finished the series. I still recommend the second book to almost everybody. I don't feel like you have to read the first two. I had read the second one on accident thinking it was the first one. Yay! I did not jump back into Christmas Murder Game just yet. I was just not in the mood to start it again. It's a little bit slower and things weren't kind of picking up, so I started something else. I am gonna try and finish it today though, but last night I started The 7 Days of Us. This was kind of a poor choice because this is also a British book set in a manor with like a kooky family, and I got like an hour and a half, 2 hours into this. So we're following like this kooky kind of family. One of their daughters is treating the like hog pandemic that she's been treating over abroad, and she has to quarantine for 7 days in the US before she can like do anything, you know, because of the pandemic. You have to suspend your belief just a little bit because I don't feel like they would have let her go and like spend it with her family, or maybe they would have just made her quarantine where she was. But I don't know all the logistics, but that's okay. It's a Christmas read. So she has to quarantine. Her family's all decided to do it with her in their big estate. So all 7 of them quarantine, and if anybody shows up at the house, they have to come quarantine as well. So I think we're gonna get like a whole wild ride with the family. So far, I'm enjoying it. It's very, very British though, so the language is very, very different. It is a modern read as well though. I think this is set in 2016. So interesting so far. I know that I had heard kind of bad things about it, but I'm enjoying it. It's fine. Not overly Christmassy right now, even though it's set at Christmas. And there is one kind of sad element happening, but so far so good. But we're definitely gonna finish Christmas Murder Game first. I read 25 pages of Enchanted Sonata today. I talked about this in my Jingle Bellathon vlog, but this is the book that I'm just kind of physically reading right now, and I'm kind of just taking my time and not like making myself do a lot of physical reads. But this is one I for sure want to finish soon because it's part of a video idea I want to do. But this is a fairy tale fantasy Nutcracker retelling by Heather Dixon Walworth, who wrote a couple other books that I really love, and I've been wanting to read it for forever. This is so far the Nutcracker retelling that I wanted. I've read a few and most of them are not very good, unfortunately, but this one is so magical and has fairies in it and magic and nutcrackers and new elements that are fabulous. So far, really enjoying it. I'm 100 pages in. It's about 350 pages, but it is a quick read. Okay, so for today, I'm just doing my normal stuff. I've got some work to do, some editing to do. Gotta run to Walmart and do a pickup. I gotta do some more present wrapping, all the kind of jazz that's normal for this time of year. Might do some cooking later. So I'm gonna be listening to audiobooks and things while I do that. But first, we're gonna open the advent calendars. Trader Joe's candle, day number 6. Ooh, spiced apple. This is really good. So actually Trader Joe's, I think it's called Harvest Apple, that comes out around fall Halloween time, is my favorite candle ever. Like I buy a bunch of them just in case they don't bring it back, and I will probably save this one for fall as well. Then I'm gonna move you because I actually set the other advent calendar up over here because it's so heavy and I've been like lifting it. Plus it looks so pretty over here with Santa, and it goes really well with the like estate books that I've been reading. So I need to take a picture of it. It's kind of hard to open right here. Okay, so we have cherry amaretto. This is good. Like, so far I'm not disliking any of them, but they're not like quite as good as some of their other candles, which is kind of to be expected. I also had a cold last week, or like a week and a half ago, and I still haven't gotten like my smell back. It was a really mild cold, but I did lose my sense of smell and I haven't gotten it fully back yet. My voice is still a little bit rough. So yay, that's fun. Okay, and then we have my beauty advent calendar. So number 6 is a tiny one, and it is a brown sugar lip scrub. It smells really good. I am not good about using lip scrubs. I have a lot of lip scrubs and I just don't go through them very fast. So I might give this to someone in their Christmas present. That's something you can do with these types of advent calendars too, is you can use them for presents if you don't want to keep everything. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this. Okay, so that is the plan for now. I will check in after I have read some more. Oh, one other update. I just hit 180 books finished for the year. Yay! So now that includes a ton of very short books, graphic novels, audiobooks, mostly audiobooks. I have no clue how many physical books I actually read. I would guess maybe like 15, not counting the graphic novels. So just gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna do a bunch of videos on like how to read more throughout the year. I originally set my goal at 100, and then with the way reading was going, I moved it to 150, and then I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna try and push it and hit 200 just with all the short books and everything. So I have 26 days left to read 20 books. I know that sounds crazy, but I do have 3 more Christmassy graphic novels that are very small. I have a few Christmassy audiobooks that are only like 2 hours long, along with the regular ones as well. So I think I have to read half a book a day to finish on time. So I think that's totally doable. I know that sounds crazy, but it's really not that bad, especially when most of the audiobooks I listen to are like 9 hours, which take me about 5 hours to listen to, and I can listen pretty much all day while I work and clean and stuff. So I think that's doable, so we're going to keep track of that while we do these reading vlogs as well. We're at 180. I should be able to finish Christmas Murder Game today and maybe one of these graphic novels too. So I will see you guys soon. Hey guys, and happy 'Tis a Season-a-thon day 3. I have not checked in today, and I barely did anything yesterday. It is now 5 p.m. on Wednesday. I spent yesterday editing my Jingle Bellathon vlog. It probably took me like 2.5 hours. This is what happens when you don't start editing vlogs in advance, so I'm going to get started on this one right away. But it is going to be up in a timely fashion for maybe the first time ever, so that's exciting. But because of that, I did not listen to or read anything else really all day. So far I haven't finished a book for the readathon, which is really unusual for me. I am not loving the Christmas Murder Game. It's very slow. I'm just not feeling like super attached to it. It's fine. I am intrigued enough to keep going. I'm just not sure if I'm going to love this mystery as a whole. I have, I think, 2 hours left, so I'm not going to finish that tonight either. But I am going to finish it tomorrow. But tomorrow I am going to start a different book because I'm starting a buddy read, and then I'll just have to like bounce back and forth between the two. Earlier today I had to go to Walmart to pick up some things for my mom, so I popped in and I checked around the Christmas section, so that's what you saw earlier, and I got something. So I wound up getting this Santa mug. I've said multiple times I'm not buying any more Santa mugs this year. In 2020 I started collecting Santa mugs. I have a whole thing with Santa. I love Santa. I didn't grow up believing in Santa, so I have to believe in him extra hard now. But this was only $4 and it's actually really good quality. The other Walmart Christmas Santa mug I got was not as nice, and I don't know, just something about this particular one really spoke to me, so I got that. And then I went to Big Lots, which is right next to my house, that is apparently closing. I'm very sad. The store is closing. I really only use it around the holidays because they have really good Halloween and Christmas stuff. But I'm sad because it was nice. It was like 5 minutes away. I went in there and everything was 10% off. And I wasn't going to get anything because that wasn't really that great of a deal. But I found this Santa cookie jar. And I have particularly been looking for this style of cookie candy jar the entire season. I have a Halloween version of this. I think it's a mummy or something. And I put all of my scrunchies in it in my bedroom because I've been getting scrunchies now because they're so much better for your hair, and I'm so glad they're back. I have bowls and things that I've been putting them in, but I like this because it's just so large and it's just so cute. So I got this and it was like $11 at Big Lots. Yay. So you'll see that in an upcoming house tour. Okay, so now we're gonna do Advent time. All right, candle Advent day 6, day 7, and we have a white tea candle. This smells really good. Technically white tea doesn't really smell like much, but I really like this. It's kind of mild floral. Yay. Okay, then we have my giant Aldi calendar, which is hard to see now that it's dark. Anyone else super sad that it's dark so late now? We have day 7, which is eggnog. Does not smell like eggnog, but but it does smell good. So far, these are fine. I don't dislike any of them, but I haven't loved any of this one, but it's so pretty, I don't care. All right, then we have Trader Joe's. And we have a body butter candy cane, and it's perfection. Okay, so, oh my God. There's like a specific scent. I don't know how they do it because it doesn't just smell like peppermint. It smells like candy cane. So it has like a sugary scent to it. Sprouts had a candy cane hand lotion a couple years ago that I was obsessed with, and I could never find anything that smelled as good. But this smells almost exactly like it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I could smell like candy cane all year round. I have to finish editing another video, which shouldn't take me very long. And then I'm going to continue to listen to my audiobook while I make dinner. And I may or may not do some Christmassy things later if I don't run out of energy. So that's my little check-in for today. Hopefully I'll see you again in a little bit. Hey guys, happy 'tis the Seasathon day 4. Readathon has gotten totally away from me and the vlogging and everything, so I'm sorry that this video is a little more chaotic. Jingle Bellathon went so well. I already have the video up 4 days after the readathon ended. I never do that. So because I was like on top of editing and cleaning my house and everything, this readathon's not going so well. Sometimes there's a little give and take. My house is pretty clean. Most of the Christmas presents are purchased. Most of my videos are going up on time, but this particular reading vlog, not going the best. I have 45 minutes left in the Christmas murder game. I stopped to start a new read, which we'll talk about in a second. I am going to try and finish this tonight though. I am not loving this book. It's a little bit of a letdown. I was really hoping of more of a intense mystery or more of like a fun adventure, and it's a little bit more sad and a little bit more about grief and loss, and the murders that are happening are kind of getting like swept under the rug. It's just very bizarre. Like the concept was very cool, but I'm not getting like the atmosphere that I want. I think that's a lot of it. I want more from like the atmosphere in the game, and I'm not getting that. I'm getting more, I don't know. It's kind of hard to pull off murder mysteries when multiple murders happen in group settings like this, because the characters kind of have to brush it under the rug and keep going with their original plan. Otherwise the story won't move along. But it seems very, I don't know, it's taking me out of the story. So then, of course, I had started this a couple days ago, and I'm not going to jump back into this for a little bit because it's also a British-based read about a dysfunctional family. I was liking it, and I'm still going to finish reading it this month, but I'm not going to start it back up again for a little bit. I kind of jumped into this when I was bored with Christmas Murder Game, and then I decided just to plow through. And I actually did finish a book yesterday, the Christmas Carol graphic novel, and this is just a short graphic novel based on the Christmas Carol. It was basically exactly how the story went. Nothing really too original in here. So I like reading different versions of the Christmas Carol every year. It's really short, very easy to adapt. So this was just a fun, quick graphic novel and I got to read in finally. And then today I started Always in December with my friend Bella because I saw Haley in Bookland talk about this in a reading vlog, and she was reading it, and while she was reading it she was liking it and enjoying it. This is also a British read, so I'm having a theme this week apparently. It's supposed to be like a Christmas romance. I didn't know anything about it other than that, and then I guess something happens in the middle of the book that throws the whole thing off and has like upset a bunch of people, like not in like a political way or anything, but at least I don't think. Now people are saying this is not a romance because of whatever incident happens in the middle of this book. And she said it was just so dumb and it ruined the whole book for her. And I'm so curious. So I immediately messaged my friend Bella and I was like, we need to buddy read this because we can like have fun on this weird adventure together. And if I know a book's gonna be like kind of upsetting or bad, I kind of like to buddy read it. And I thought it'd be fun to vlog about. So I started this. So far it's fine. It's about a girl that gets broken up with right before Christmas and she's gonna have to spend Christmas alone. She kind of like runs into a guy. I think she actually hits him in her car when he's like biking, and they start up like a friendship and they start hanging out, and that's all I really know about the story so far. So I'm not going to spoil anything or give anything away, but I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So I wanted to start this because we said we were going to start it today, and I had originally thought I was going to finish Christmas Murder Game by now, and I haven't. It's 3 o'clock. This morning I had to run and get groceries and I ran a couple errands. The spot that I go to has like a bunch of stores by it, so I went to Burlington and Michael's and Walmart, so that's the clips that you saw earlier. And then I also went to the library bookstore and to Dollar Tree and I found some books that I wanted to share with you. So at Dollar Tree I actually found Now Entering Adamsville, and this is by Francesca Zappa, and she's the author of Eliza and Her Monsters, which I really need to get to. But I'm assuming this is some kind of spooky book because it says time to face your demons. And I don't know if it's middle grade or young adult. It says Adamsville is full of ghosts. They haunt the old coal mine, take long walks along the lake, and watch visitors from the storefronts. In Adamsville, ghosts and their stories are a way of life, attracting visitors that keep this small town alive. But Zora knows the ghosts are real and not some tourist trap, and she knows what lies hidden in the darkness. So this sounds very fun, and I've heard good things about Eliza and Her Monsters. So I found this at Dollar Tree, so I actually grabbed a couple of copies so that I could use them for giveaways too, because it looks very fun. Then at the library bookstore, I got Breadcrumbs. This is actually one of the winter reads that I wanted to do in January. It's a middle grade wintry novel, but I'm probably going to use this for future giveaways. So I already have a copy. And then I got Ghosts, the graphic novel. Again, another middle grade graphic novel. I want to do some more graphic novel style videos, so I'll save that for spooky season. And then I got Marley because I figured it was a Christmas Carol retelling, and it is, from the perspective of Marley before all the Christmas Carol events take place. I don't think this is going to be a festive Christmassy read. We'll try it out nonetheless. Today's Aldi Advent calendar candle is an old-fashioned candle. Again, none of these really smell like what they're called, but I'm kind of okay with it, and they smell fine. They're not like overly powerful, and I haven't disliked any of them so far, which is awesome. We have Trader Joe's. Number 8 is persimmon. This one actually does kind of smell like persimmons, which don't have a strong smell. If you don't know what a persimmon is, because I didn't when I moved to California, it is a delightful fruit that only grows in, I think, tropical type places where it stays warm, and they're amazing. That smells really good. I really like that one. Ooh, this is so cool. It's a eucalyptus shower steamer, which is very similar to a bath bomb, but you just put it at the bottom of your shower and you get it all steamy, and it's supposed to like open up your pores and stuff. So I think that the essential oils and things are stronger in these. I actually wanted to make these for people for Christmas because I already make bath bombs, which is actually what I'm getting ready to go do. So I'm going to put my audiobooks back on. I'm going to go make some bath bombs and things for Christmas presents. I'm going to go walk Ledge because he hasn't had a really good walk in a while. We did a couple walks this week, but not like long ones. And then I may or may not redo the Christmas tree. I keep talking about that. That's kind of my goal for tonight. I think I'm going to do that while I watch some Christmas movies. Because I've been so good about videos and books so far, I've been behind on Christmas movies. So that kind of happens. So I want to watch some of my favorites. And then we might go see some Christmas lights as well. So I'll have a little bit more to film today. I'm sorry this vlog is kind of crazy and all over the place, but we're gonna finish some books up this weekend. I've got a really fun activity tomorrow and probably Saturday as well. That's my update for now. All right, it's now 6 o'clock. Jeff's on his way home. I've got some potatoes in the oven that we're gonna eat with some ham that we made last week and a salad. I'm gonna take a bath, but I wanted to check in because I now have 2.5 hours left of Boys in December, or 2.5 hours my speed. So I'm about halfway through and I'm gonna stop here because this is about where my friend Bella stopped. I don't understand what's gonna happen. And I'm really scared because I'm actually really liking this book, like a lot. I'm really liking the love interest. And people keep saying that whatever happens, that's the big twist, makes it not a romance. And I don't understand what that means. Does he time travel and he's from a different time period? Is he a vampire and he only wants to kill her? What would make it not a romance? I just got to a part where there was a twist, but it was a fairly normal romance type of a twist. It's annoying, but it wasn't anything crazy. So I don't know. I'm gonna find out tomorrow, but I also have to finish the Christmas murder game at some point. So I'm gonna go take a bath, eat dinner, and hopefully we'll watch another Christmas movie later. Last night we watched Christmas with the Campbells, which is new for 2022. I think this is from YouTube TV. I can't remember what we watched it on. I knew that it was gonna be a little bit raunchy based on the preview and also that it's done by Vince Vaughn. And I was just gonna see if it was like okay, because I really like Office Christmas Party, even though it's a little bit cruder than what I normally like. It was so bad. It was so bad. I love Brittany Snow and I love Justin Long, but it had all these really strange sexual innuendos, but like different than what I was expecting and mostly from the parents, and it just was like really awkward and weird. And then Justin Long was trying to be like this country guy, and I don't know if he was purposefully trying to be like ironic, but he was literally talking like this. It just didn't work coming from him. And literally he was saying crazy things like someone cooked him some cookies. He was like, what kind of flavor can I tell my mouth to expect? Super weird. So do not recommend. Unless you want something kind of weird and you want to laugh, then you can watch it. It's kind of cringy. And I'm okay with like cheesy, but this was just bizarre. Still love Brittany Snow and Justin Long though. We've been watching a lot of bad Christmas movies this year, so I need to get some classics in, so we're gonna do something trusted tonight. Anyway, I wanted to check in and let you guys know my thoughts on this book because I feel like it's gonna be fun to chat about. So I'm going to try and finish it tomorrow before I go on my little adventure. Take you along with us to Lowe's, and that'll probably be my last check-in for tonight. Change of plans, we decided not to go to Lowe's, so I'm actually going to go and redo the Christmas tree while we watch a Christmas movie, finally. And I'll take you guys and show you what it looks like before and after. I probably won't film me doing it because I'm feeling too lazy to set up a camera, which will come along anyway. Okay, so this is what the tree looks like right now. I've got all of the extra ornaments and things, and this is a craft I'm working on this table. It's a little bit messy over here. There's ledge. So it looks pretty good, but I forgot to do the mesh. I need to add some lights or something up there. And then I have these giant ornaments that I got at Walmart and At Home and Dollar Tree that I want to add in just to make it look like extra festive and full. And then I also got some other new ornaments. So let's get to work. All right, so we're at the midway point. I switched the ribbon. It's already looking so much better. I didn't have as much mesh as I thought that I did, but it's already looking so much better.
Man, are you okay?
What the way to spend Christmas Eve?
I spritz Jenny passed out.
It's 11 a.m. on a Friday morning. I didn't show you guys the finished product of the Christmas tree, so I will insert that here. It turned out really good. I do need some more of those larger balls. I didn't think I would because my tree is not really that wide, but they look so good, and I definitely need some more of the green, which I might be able to find because I did find those green ones yesterday, but I'm glad I did that. It took me like an hour to redo, so not too bad, but not ideal. And we watched the 12 Dates of Christmas, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies, while I also made some holiday bookmarks finally. I'm behind on this. Usually I'm done with this by now, but I make these and I mail them out to a bunch of my bookish friends in my Christmas cards. So it's kind of like my little present to them. Usually I have them done and mailed by now, but I got a little bit behind. I just have to like cut them out and smooth the edges. Okay, so I finished Christmas Murder Game last night. Yay, I finished another book for the readathon besides the graphic novel. I think I'm giving this like 2.53 stars. The writing was really good. The concept was amazing. It didn't have the vibes that I wanted. I wanted more about the house and the maze and a little bit more with the clues. There were 12 different anagrams that they had to solve, which was really cool. But I wanted it to be like a little bit more fun. And it was honestly a little bit more sad. It was a little bit more about like grief and loss, which I feel like we don't really want in a murder book. I want it to be kind of like fun and problem solving, and the murders were like brushed off and the game kind of continued on. It was very strange. And the big reveal was so predictable, and I try really hard not to overly predict things because I like to be surprised. But I was like, this is going to be it, isn't it? This is going to be it. And it was. So unfortunately, I just didn't really love this one. I just found it kind of dull as well. But an hour and a half left of Always in December, and we still haven't gotten the reveal that makes everyone mad. But my friend Bella just texted me and it happens at like chapter 27. I'm on chapter 19, so I'm really close. And she said it immediately made her hate the book and she gave it 1 star. What happens? Trying to get it done this morning because I have to know. I also think it's due back to the library tomorrow, so I'm going to finish that today. And then today is pretty chill. I am going to leave the house at like 2 or 3 to head towards San Diego. So tonight I have a Harry Potter themed Christmas dinner at this like semi-famous bakery in San Diego. My mom got us tickets for it for our work party for me and my sister. It's basically just me and my sister that work with her here, and then we have like 2 employees that work virtually from other states, and we have never done a Christmas work party. So this one tonight is Harry Potter themed. It's at this bakery. It's going to be fabulous. It's sold out super quick. So that's why I only have face makeup on, because I'm going to do some intense eye makeup a little bit later today. Driving to San Diego gets kind of crazy if you go too close to like 3:30 or 4. So I'm going to leave early. I'm going to stop a couple places along the way to get some more Christmas presents. I've got a Christmas gift idea in mind for Jeff. He usually doesn't watch my vlogs. So I'm going to go to some coffee shops that we haven't gone to and get like $15 gift certificates at a couple of them, and then wrap them up, and it'll be like a combo present. I have lots of other presents for him too, but it'll be a combo present for us to use in the new year as like a coffee date thing, because we did a lot of this in the first part of the year where we tried new coffee shops. And then I also go to a specialty grocery store to get him the coffee that he really likes for at home. For now, I'm going to keep listening to my audiobook and just cleaning the house and doing things like that. I might mess with the bookmarks. I already did the little bit of work I had for today. So I wanted to do my advent calendars, hop off here so I can hop back on and tell you guys what I think about that book. Okay, I also did a reel of this calendar and like opening yesterday, and my mom saw it pop up in her feed and she was like, "Look, Holly, look at this," to my sister, and she didn't know that it was me. So she was very impressed with my reel, and I was like, I feel official now. So this one's eucalyptus. It doesn't smell like eucalyptus, but I am just appreciating that these are really mild. It might be also that I'm still a little bit stuffy from the cold that I had a couple weeks ago. Number 9, which is lavender, which smells pretty good. Lavender is like one of my favorite scents ever. And then we have number 9 on here, which is another small one. I'm hoping it's another body butter. Oh no, okay. It's a little exfoliating sugar cube. I don't really like these. They're kind of hard to use because as soon as you take them out, they fall apart. And I have that other sugar scrub I like, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna go finish doing what I'm doing, listen to this audiobook, and I will pop back in and let you know what's happening. Hey guys, okay, so I am all ready to go. I've got my time turner necklace and my Hedwig earrings, and I have my Gryffindor colors. I've got a cape and everything. So I'm gonna go have our Harry Potter Christmas work dinner tonight. I'm very excited about it, but I'm headed there a little early so I don't run into traffic. So first I'm going to stop at a like fancy grocery store on the way where I'm gonna get some coffee for Jeff, and then I think I'm gonna go to At Home and see if they have any more ornaments. I don't think they will, but we're gonna check it out. And I might stop at a couple other places. I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on my mom and sister and see how far they are. It's 2:30, dinner starts at 6. It's about 50 minutes away. We're gonna do that. But I finished Always in December. Okay, I am mad and frustrated, but it's kind of what I thought was going to happen, just like a little bit different. And it is just kind of a dumb thing to have happened. I was hoping it was something a little bit crazy, because then I would have actually liked it. Like, I literally was like, well, maybe he was the one that killed her parents in the car wreck, because her parents died in a car wreck, but then I forgot that happened when she was a kid. But I was like, maybe he's the one that hit them on accident and he's been like following her around. My mind was going crazy. Yeah, it was just kind of annoying and didn't really love it. I don't know how I'm gonna rate this one because the writing was really good and I was enjoying it for almost all of the book until that happened. So if you want a fun buddy read though, that'll torture you. It's not exactly fun because it's not like a light fluffy read, but I don't know. My friend and I were having fun texting, being like, maybe he's a vampire and he wants to suck her blood. Anyway, 3 books down now, 2 audios and 1 physical. I am not sure what I am starting next because I've been listening to a lot of somewhat sad British books lately and I need something different because Christmas Murder Game was also kind of sad. So far not the best reading week because I think that I'm going to give Always in December 2.5 or 3 stars as well. So, but I kind of expected that with this book. I'll jump back into this at some point, but probably not until next week because I heard that this is also kind of sad and I probably wouldn't even read this if I didn't physically own it, but I might just listen to podcasts for the rest of tonight and then start something new tomorrow. We shall see. So I'm gonna go. I'll take you with me while I go shopping and everything and to the dinner. I'm so excited about it and we're gonna have a magical Harry Potter good time. Good afternoon and happy Tis the Seasathon day 6. It is 12 p.m. on Saturday. I've had a really good day so far. The first up last night was really fun. We had a 4-course Harry Potter dinner. It was really good. All the food was super delicious. It was a little bit chilly because we were outside, but we had a really good time. It was fun because my mom dressed up and everything, which she doesn't normally do. Both my parents dressed up for my pirate party and they've been getting a little bit more festive and it's been very fun. Also, I know I've been wearing like similar Christmas sweaters through all the videos, but these are like my wear when I'm home cozy sweaters. Like I wear them out, but I wear them more when I'm home because it's so cold inside. So I've been rotating out and a lot of them have like similar Disney vibes. Anyway, that was super fun. Today I did a video chat with my friend Brittany and we did our Christmas gift exchange. I'll show you guys what she got me in a little bit. So that was really fun. And then I've been making some Christmas gifts and things this morning. Today I started the matzo ball. I listened to a couple of audiobooks and this narrator I seem to like the best and it just started off really fun. So our main character is Jewish and she's secretly obsessed with Christmas and she is a secret Christmas book romance author. She writes Christmas romance books under a pen name. Her family doesn't know because her dad's like a super famous rabbi, and she thinks that they will like disown her if they find out that she's so into Christmas. She collects like all these Santa Clauses. It's really fun. And then her publisher tells her that she has to write a like Hanukkah Jewish style holiday read instead of Christmas this year. And so it's this whole thing. There's like a hate to love romance. A slightly longer audiobook, so I am not sure if I'll be able to finish it for the readathon or not, but we shall see. So today, a little bit later, Jeff and I are going to go to a couple different shopping centers and look at their like Christmas displays and Christmas lights and the Christmas stores. And we're going to go have Mexican food and have like a little holiday date. But that's the plan for today. We're going to go closer to when it's dark outside. After I film this, I'm gonna go sit down and start filling out all my Christmas cards for all my bookish friends, adding in all my holiday bookmarks because I finished that finally. I made some holiday soap today. It's been a good day so far. Now it is advent calendar time. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this and it's not redundant. Okay, so today is day 10. Oh, this candle's called Snow Day. It smells pretty good. It smells kind of perfumey. I always think it's funny when they call them like snow, because snow has a smell, but it's almost impossible to capture. So that was fun. Great, so today's candle is Snowdrops, which is pretty funny. That again, it smells kind of perfumey. That one smells really good though. Only a couple days left in this one. So day 10 looks like it's probably gonna be a lip balm. Oh, it's not. Yay, I was hoping this would be back. This is a kombucha rose oil cleansing oil that they had in last year's, and I really love it. It's basically just like a cleanser and it smells so good. I really like when they use like rose essential oil. I don't like fake rose, but rose essential oil is really nice. So yay, that's my little update for now. I'm gonna go get started on wrapping some more presents, watching another holiday movie. I'm probably gonna watch like a cheesy holiday movie I've seen a million times, or do some Christmas cards, keep cleaning the house, and then we're gonna go on a little adventure that I will take you with us. Okay, so I made some Christmas soap. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. But I made some snowflake with like a wintry smell, and then some trees and things. And I put like little, I made these out of soap and I put them like in the middle of these. So we'll see how that turns out. Hey guys, and happy tis the Seasathon, day 7. The final day. It is 2 p.m. on Sunday. We are having a cozy Christmas stay-in kind of a day. It has been raining all day, and I live in Southern California where it hardly ever rains, and it's supposed to rain all day today and all day tomorrow, like real rain, which is always like extra cozy and nice for us. And it's very chilly for us today. We've just been staying home, cooking and cleaning and Christmas present wrapping, getting ready to binge a bunch of Christmas movies while I continue to wrap and make presents and all kinds of things like that. But I wanted to fill you guys in. So last night we went to one shopping center. We were supposed to go to 2, but we had to wait like an hour and a half to go to dinner. So kind of ate into our shopping time, and we ate dinner. We looked at some Christmas lights, and then we came home. So we had a nice little time. And while we did that, because we were waiting so long on dinner, I wish I would have brought Enchanted Sonata with me. But I looked on my Kindle app on my phone, which I hardly ever read ebooks, but I got a free copy of Hauntings and Humbugs by Melanie Karsak a couple weeks ago. She had like an ebook sale for her winter reads, and this is a steampunk retelling of A Christmas Carol with a female Scrooge. So I read this one in its entirety last night while we were waiting and while we were driving around. I think it's only like 100 pages and it's very, very short. This was really fun. It had such cool steampunk elements, Both Scrooge and Cratchit are female, which was really cool. I've never read a retelling done that way. And it's Victorian and it had a lot of twists in it. It does have a little more sad elements, I feel like, than the regular Christmas Carol, because even worse things happened to this particular Scrooge than the original tale. But it's a great little retelling, and I've been wanting to read something from Melanie for a long time. She's an indie author and I like the writing style, so now I'm excited to read more from her. I have another ebook from her that I'm gonna check and see how long it is. I might try to get it in this Christmas season. So I got another book in, which is great. So I think this makes 3 or 4 for the week. I am still listening to The Matzo Ball. I'm really enjoying it. It's so fun, and it has Christmas and like Hanukkah elements, which is really cool. It's really fun and quirky. The only thing I'm not loving about it is our main character has a chronic illness, and while I do appreciate the diversity in the character and it gives her like another element that makes her a little bit more well-rounded, they talk about it a lot and she talks about the difficulties with it a lot and how like hard it makes her life, and I know for some people they will really appreciate that. It's a little bit too much for me. I'm still really enjoying the book as a whole, but I wish we would kind of dial it back just a tiny bit. I like my books to be a little bit more fluffy for this time of year for the most part. So that's my only small criticism, and I think a lot of people will actually really like that element of it. I don't think I'm going to finish this today because I have 3 hours left and I want to watch some Christmas movies and things like that, but we shall see. I think we're going to go to maybe get a coffee, and that's really our only outing for today. Almost all our shopping malls and things in Southern California are outside. We can't really go to any of them today. I'm going to do my advent calendars now. I will only have 1 day of them starting tomorrow. I have 2 days left in 2 of the advents, and then I have the full amount left in the big candle one. Okay, so day 11, sandalwood, which I usually don't love sandalwood as a smell. This one actually smells more vanilla. It really doesn't smell like sandalwood hardly at all. Not too bad. Actually got another Trader Joe's candle last night because we went last night and they had like a new giant citrusy one. So many Christmas candles. It's insane. Day 11 of the Aldi one, firewood. Okay, that one's good. It does have kind of like a mildly smoky flavor, which sometimes can make the house smell like cigars. So we'll have to see how this is once I burn them. All right. Then lastly, number 11, ooh, rose bath salts with rose petals. I love rose, so that's exciting. Okay, so that is it for that. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys the presents that I got from my friend Brittany yesterday because they were pretty awesome. So she got me some Betsy Johnson pumpkin earring. We like always send each other Halloween presents now at Christmas too. We both really love decorating for it. She sent me these cute little cookie ornaments, gingerbread guys that go with my theme. So cute. This awesome Mickey Minnie Mouse cosmetic bag, but I like this because I have a lot of cosmetic bags because I have a Ipsy subscription, but this is like a really large one. Like you can almost fit a book in here. Actually, like, yeah, I think you could totally fit a book in here. I might actually use it for that because my other book sleeves don't have zippers on them, so that's kind of fun. Then she got me this Brothers Grimm Fairy Tale Treasury book. So it's a really pretty classic edition. It's really pretty. And it has like the old school illustrations in it. So nice. Jeff just snuck down the hall. Then she got me this giant book with a bookcase on Disneyland. It has like information about the parks and how they were built and all kinds of stuff. So that's really awesome. Lastly, she got me this amazing Little Mermaid Loungefly bag. I could not believe that she got this for me. It's so beautiful. And now I have a bag for Mermaid Marathon. It has Ariel and Eric on the back. And just all this pretty detail on the inside. On the inside too, it has like flounder. It's absolutely incredible. So amazing. Totally spoiled me. That's my update for now. I probably won't check in a ton, but I'll check in a little bit here and there. Then I'm going to come in and wrap this video up and get ready to start a new holiday reading week. So, see you guys soon. And that is going to wrap up this reading vlog. I will talk about all the books I read during this readathon in my December wrap-up, so stay tuned for that. But for now, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas.